Welcome to Straight Talk with Nkiru. Today I will be talking about things you should never say to someone who is recently bereaved. In the past week, I had been around someone who had lost a loved one, and of course there are other people, the Nigerian way of people coming to, just send their condolences and pay last respect to the disease. So I did get the opportunity to meet a lot of people, and in as much as I was also there to console this person, but I was taking note of some of the things they were saying, and that has prompted this video because I feel like already people should know what and what not to say to someone who has recently lost a loved one, a child, a husband, a mother, just a family member or a friend. But I had some things that got me really cringy, and I'm like, what? Stop. So those are the things I had, and I felt like I should make a video out there. Even if if a few people get to see this video, it might prompt them to look into what they should say or never say to someone who is grieving, especially someone who has recently been bereaved. Now, number one on my list is, do not ask them to stop crying. It's not in your place. Don't ask them to grieve in your own way. Let them grieve in the way they choose to grieve. I heard people saying, do not cry. Don't let the enemy see your tears. And I was like, what? Don't let the enemy see your tears. Like, what has that got to do with grieving? Someone who wants to pour out all of the grief, by crying, and you come there saying, do not cry, don't let the enemy see your tears. I felt like I could just give this person a tap to say, please stop. This is not right. Let him cry, let her cry, let them cry. So that got me really, it got me really sad. I felt like it's something really insensitive to say when you've come to, console someone that is grieving, mourning. Now, number two on my list of things you should never say to someone who is grieving is, do not ask them to be a man. Especially, in some African context or world over, people expect that men should not cry. That is, I look at it and I feel really sad, and I ask myself, so how are those people supposed to let out all of this emotion that's boiling, that's boiling over? So when I had people saying, be a man, don't cry, I'm like, what in the is this? I had those things, and I felt pity on this person I had gone to visit, because as soon as that was said, I saw the struggle to hold in the tears, and I just wanted to give him a hug to say, let it out, don't listen to those people. What do you mean by be a man? Are you not a man? Do not cry. So that one is a no for me. Don't go ask someone not to cry when they are grieving, when they are sad, when they are mourning. It's not in your place. You're not in a position to say that to anyone. Now, number three on my list is asking too many questions, especially regarding food. Like asking the person, are you going to eat this? Are you going to eat that? No. When most people are grieving, they do have their coping mechanism quite alright. Some of them would want to eat so much, but in most cases, these people do not have appetite to even have anything to eat. So what you should do as a friend, as a family member, is come with something light: soup, pepper soup, akamu, custard, just things like that. Just come with something light and offer the person. I'm not saying you should cook up a storm or what, because clearly someone who is grieving doesn't have appetite for all of those time that you would be thinking to cook up. So just come with something light. You might think that that's more like doing too much. It's not doing too much. If the person who is grieving has allowed you to be around them at that point in time, which means they consider you close enough, so you shouldn't be acting like a stranger and be asking things that you ought to do, especially in terms of food and cleaning the house. Offer to do things for them. If they've got pets, offer to feed their pets, offer to walk their pet. If you are friends or family members with someone who is grieving, you should have known a bit of their routine of walking their pets, feeding the pet and stuff like that. So just offer to clean the house. Don't look at it like you are invading on their privacy. I'll tell you something, they don't even care if the house is clean or not. So it's in your place to help them as a friend, as a family member, to do some of those things like cleaning the house. Because I thought, like, I have been there, so I know what I expect people to say to me. And in a broader sense, I also feel like there are some things that are not meant to be said. Even if you have not lost a loved one, you should know. It's just common sense. So that's one of the things I thought. I feel like, no, it's a no-no. Like, it should be corrected, especially among our Nigerian community, you know. So another on my list is leave religion out of it. If you do not share the same religious faith with someone who is grieving, please do not come there and opening the Bible and quoting things from the Bible. No, I feel like that's disrespectful, and you are taking advantage of the person because the person is in a vulnerable state and they're not in the right senses to oppose that thing which you are doing. Because you can go to the house of a Muslim, and as a Christian, you can flipping through the pages of the Bible to read up on, you know, on those things. No, leave it, leave it. If they want you to share some comforting words from the Bible or from your religious book, I tell you, they would ask you at the right time. They would ask you. So if you do not share the same religious faith with someone who is grieving, please, yeah, it's better to zip up. You know, at some point, they say silence is golden. And if you don't know what to say to someone when you've gone to visit them, please just take a seat beside them. Just sit around them. Let them see you and have a sense of reassurance. If you are that close, you can give them a little hug, a little squeeze on the arm, you know, just something to reassure them, to say, I am here, even though I do not know what to say. They see you, they know. So if you do not know what to say, please don't say nothing. I feel like it's way much better than coming there to say something which would go the other way. I understand that a lot of those things are said out of concern, not maliciously, but we also do not want things we say to those people to cause more grief instead of actually comforting them like we've come to do. Well, I would really like to read in the comment section things you have said to people who were mourning that you thought it was okay, or things you think I should have also talked about, or if you do agree or you do not agree with me on some of those points that I have listed here about things you should say to someone who is grieving. If you do agree or you do not agree with me, please leave it at the comment section, and we will have a really interactive session at the comment section. Now, if you are joining me for the first time, you know what to do, right? That subscription button there, just hit it and hit the notification bell so that we could do this again on another video. Once again, it's your girl Nkiru, and thank you for joining me. See you on the next video. Bye bye.